Hi, I'm Monica with the Stop Mandated Shunning Project, and this is the channel where we expose cults and high-control religions that use organized ostracism to blackmail their members into staying inside the group and obeying all the rules. You guys, I just saw a video that made me smile. I hope it'll make you smile too. A former Amish man named Milo demonstrates that liberating yourself from a high-control religion is just a state of mind.
So one of the first things that I did when I left the Amish was I unbuttoned my shirt, because in my community we were not allowed to unbutton this. So I wanted to feel like what it felt like to have that unbuttoned. And then I went and rolled up my sleeve way past my elbow, because in my community we would have to keep it like this right here. We couldn't roll it up past the elbow. And then I wanted to experience what it would be like to be English. So I took my hat off, I grabbed my hair and yanked it off. And that is how I became English.
That was a fantastic act of courage. If you have only been in or left a normal religion versus a religion that mandates shunning of anyone who leaves or doesn't conform, you may not understand the significance of what Milo did. For someone born Amish, not following the dress code can get you completely cut off and shunned by your family and your friends, either temporarily or permanently. The same goes for one of Jehovah's Witnesses who decides they want to celebrate a birthday, or a Scientologist who dares to question why Tom Cruise gets special treatment when supposedly all the rules apply to everyone equally. The enormous power of the leadership and the doctrine in authoritarian groups cannot be underestimated. Dr. Robert Lifton described this helpless feeling that cult members often have as the psychology of the pawn. Members feel unable to escape the external pressure, so they simply give up to survive. I remember when I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses, it literally didn't occur to me for 30 years that I even had the ability to leave or break the rules. Never crossed my mind. The personal cost of leaving a high-control religion is enormous. It feels like jumping off a cliff and starting your life completely over from scratch. So doing what Levi did requires a complete mental shift. You just have to decide that from this point on, regardless of the consequences, you're not going to let anyone else tell you how to live the rest of your life. And most people who leave probably need to get therapy. Unfortunately, most therapists do not get special training in how cult members are affected by living an entire life under coercive control. So that adds another layer of complexity and challenge. Imagine having to find a therapist and maybe train your therapist to understand the issues you're going through because they haven't heard of it before. That's why I encourage you to support the research now being conducted at Roehampton University on faith-based mandated shunning. When the research is complete, it will be published and peer-reviewed and made available for therapists around the world.